Welcome to live stream number 69. Yep, I said it. Live stream number 69. Oh, wow, the last live stream of 2024. Never did I think I would have had 69 live streams. But here we are. 68 and a half later, or 68.1 streams later. Let's see who's joining us this afternoon, or morning, or evening, depending on where you're at, or good morning, afternoon, evening. Limelight is here. Hello, Bazinga. Jeffrey is present. Cecil, hey, buddy. Who is this? Flying O. I don't recognize that name. Flying O. Are you new? I don't remember seeing you on the ledger last week. Oh, yeah, never mind, I do now. It was much, much later into the live stream. Now I remember. Hey, Mike. Greetings all and happy pre-2025. We have a bottle of bubbly in the refrigerator. It is not alcoholic bubbly. It's like a mango bubbly. We don't really drink here. But we do ring in the new year with some bubbly. It's just carbonated juice. We try our best to stay up till midnight. We even let the girls stay up and everything, and oh boy. Mike says we still haven't watched last. Well, you're in timeout then. Timeout. Let's time him out for 10 seconds. That's it. Hey, Barry is here. Hey, buddy. Travis, what are you doing here? Usually I have to text you and remind you. Gordon, hey buddy, F4 in Maine. Oh boy, a little overcast, a little chilly maybe. Mike says, it's Hawaiian, but I'll butcher it. So just hi, how, everyone. Radios is here. He says, I got some photos of my grandmother's wake the other day. I trust you with that role. Ooh, okay. Taking your wake photos into your own hands. Trust you with that role. I send when to finish the role. All right, you let me know. Hey, Bonnie. Good seeing you as always. Where is our fearless leader? I don't know. I was looking earlier. There he is. Smash that. You know, Jeffrey, thank you for saying that. By order of Piper, this was under our Christmas tree this year. And I hope everybody had a good Christmas if you do celebrate it. This was just, I had no idea. This was under our Christmas tree, and I saw it, and it says, Daddy, show this to your fans. To Daddy from Piper. So I'm showing this to all of my adoring fans. Look at me. Check this out. Boom! Subscribe to Filmboy24. Get to 10,000, please. Ooh, that's a tall order, Piper. So I was ordered to do so. She's not here right now. I'm by myself right now. I don't want to say out loud that it's kind of cool, but I'm here by myself right now. So hit the like button. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Piper. What's going on? What's going on? Radio says no new cameras or film. What? Hey, Jim Cahill is here. I'm showing up, so we better get this party started. All right, who we got here? Jeffrey, 69. 69, we better make this one epic. I just keep thinking of, I don't know if you guys ever watched The Office. I like the British version best, but the American version was pretty good too. But Kevin Malone always had that, whenever he heard something like 69, he would just have that, that big chuckle. Let's see. Agent 57 million DM, how are you, buddy? Ooh. Entity is here. Say, Filmboy, I'm currently working on an Archon system for optical sound recording, and I wanted to see if you also might be interested in trying that as well. I would always be interested in trying that. I used to have an Archon Pro 600, and sadly, and it worked, but this was probably 25 years ago. And I sold it. Before I ever had a chance to really try it and use it, I ended up just selling it. I don't know. I probably because I just didn't have the space for it because I had so many cameras. I would love to dabble in optical audio. That would be so much fun. It's been F4 the last few days. Well, bundle up or get your umbrella. It's pretty nasty here. I'm going to go 5.6 here today. Limelight says, why are eBay sellers so terrible? Ordered a camera about a week ago, and it isn't arriving for another year. Wow. You know, it's funny you mentioned eBay sellers, because we have a hot topic today. Film camera eBay seller. It's not a film camera eBay seller. It's a bit of eBay lunacy that I want to discuss. A listing in particular. The listings changed a little bit since I did my recon on it. They brought the price down a little bit. But that's not the weirdest part. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Hey, Silver Horse, that's Jack. How are you, buddy? However, Temu is worse. I'm like, good question. However, is Temu take forever? We've never ordered. My wife orders stuff from Shein, something like that. But she's never done Temu. I only usually just eBay and Amazon and Etsy. I'm already losing my voice. We are 8 minutes in and I'm already losing my voice. Bonnie says, found an auction for a Bolex Super 8 projector with the title Bolex 16mm film camera yesterday. It's a projector. Yeah, that's interesting. I just want to forewarn everybody, I still haven't had my my air conditioner fixed. So this is a through the air sort of ambient microphone pickup. That's why my luscious, lovely, beautiful, crisp voice sounds so distant. But you're likely to hear the air conditioner because there's something going on with the thingamadoodad inside it. So I got to get that fixed. So I apologize in advance. We went through this last week, remember? I did not expect a new camera, but my brother got me a Ricoh GXR. The camera has removable sensors and lens components. What? Is that a digital camera, Jeffrey? I like Ricoh. I use a Ricoh 50mm lens on my 4K scanner, film scanner. Good brand. They make great stuff. Jim says, I did get another Canon A14 auto zoom Saturday, and it works. Woo! Jeffrey Feingold is here. Welcome from the movie capital of Barnet, England. What is the movie capital? Is that, Barnet, England is the movie capital? I sadly am not overly familiar with that region. Still waiting on a Laserdisc player, and of course, it shows up early Saturday where I gotta wait extra long to get it out of the post. Oh, that's a bummer. See, my post office, I have a P.O. box, and I can go 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They leave the front doors open. They just have this big steel gate that you can't get into the other side of the post office. So all the P.O. box area, and you can do print postage and everything and drop it. You can do all that anytime at ours. Travis, I chuckle like that when astronomers talk about penetrating the atmosphere of Uranus to take the gas sample. Really? Woo! Easy, Kevin Malone. I'm picking up a cheap $30 Canon 514 XLS, but it doesn't power up. Going to see if I can work my magic. Let me know if you can. I think I got like 3 of those that don't power up. And I'm just terrified to take them apart. I've read so many stories about them being awful to work on. Everything is too large. Always. Oh, if it's too big, yeah, I got to go to the desk too. But we have lockers, like big lockers. So if it's in there, they'll just put a key in our little mailbox, and you go unlock the locker. But if it's too big for that even, or if those are all used, then yeah, it stinks. You got to go to the desk. Entity says, I've recently come across a Gordon Yoder mod for the Aerocon CM72, and it's a bit tricky since it was converted for magnetic audio, and I've been working on getting a spare Galvo to swap it back to optical. I almost wonder if it would be cheaper just to get a new camera. Well, they've kind of gone up in price. But that sounds really exciting, Entity. It really does. I'd be down with checking that out. It is digital. Okay, Jeffrey, good. Yep, I got you. That's what I kind of figured. That's awesome. By the way, oh, stop it, Bonnie, with your comparison. As soon as I get a working 310 XL, maybe. I have the 514 XL, I have an 814, and I have a 1014. But I don't have a 310. I do, but it doesn't really work right. Yes, the Filmwave does work on the Canon 514 XL. Well, I know he works on cameras, but I didn't know he worked on those. That's cool. Does he fix that gear? Because there's a gear issue, Jim, usually with those cameras. Never heard Ryko pronounced that way. It's always assumed it was Rico. Oh, maybe it is. I don't know. I've always done Ryko, but you're probably right. Plus, I got to go through another grueling day of work before I get the LD player. Boom, bummer. Thanks, Jim. I don't think it's a worm gear issue. Hopefully just a power issue. Yeah, maybe not, because you'd think if it was a worm gear, it would still power on. You'd hear the motor running. It just, you wouldn't see the spindle turning. Russell made it! Yay! They must have packed the thing very well. Any battery corrosion. I feel bad for anybody trying to search up info for the topics being flooded with adult content. Yeah. You have the autofocus 310. I've seen those. They're kind of clunky looking, but they're cool. Battery chamber is clean and battery check lights up fine. I got to dig mine out. I got 2 or 3 of those, Mike, now that you got me curious, because they're great cameras. In fact, the feature film Dead Community Guild, which isn't actually out for the public yet. It's doing a little festival circuit, shot by Emil Inc. He shot that whole feature with Eric Roberts in it, and there's a few people in it. But he just shot that with the 514 XLS. I gotta be at work at 5:55 on New Year's. That's an odd time to be at work. No comment. Hey, there's Christian's here. Hey, buddy. True Film. Mark's Photo. Ryko GXR is serious good. I have one. And the Leica M-mount module, great pics. Ugh. Well, Jeffrey, you're going to have to send me some pictures now. I'm dying to see what it looks like. So, eBay. We've been invaded. We touched on this last week. We've been invaded by AI in eBay descriptions. And we all kind of knew it was coming because people are lazy, and especially when most sellers, when they're selling old cameras and equipment, don't really know what they're selling. They're going to rely on AI to do the hard, heavy lifting for them. But I got to tell you, it usually doesn't work out, especially when it's viewed by those of us in the know, or at least somewhat in the know. So, hey, Lori. That's my sister, Lori Orbaugh. Hi, sweetie. Thank you for popping in. Yep, well represented. Love you. AI, I know, AI slop. $4,000 Kodachrome 25, baby. For Super 8 untested cameras worked after cleaning corrosion. Sadly, yes, I know. You get lucky sometimes. You really do. And I've gotten my share of luck. But I want to show you guys. I might miss a chat or two, but I want to show you guys a couple things. Okay. Let me get them queued up. This is an eBay listing. Current. As far as I know, it was earlier today. The price has gone down a little bit, and that's not really the gist of this. So I saw that, Travis. That was funny. Owning a piece of film history. That's a big one. Yes, it's always film history. All right, this is the listing. Take a peek. Yes, $200 for vintage Super 8 camera, lot of 9 camcorders, untested, great shape, free shipping. Okay, well, I don't want to get to that yet. All right, there's the camcorders. Lori, love you. Okay, first let's talk about the title really quickly. Do they still use the term camcorder? I mean, maybe. Some people do. You can probably hear my air conditioner now. Sorry. Camcorders. I only see one Super 8 in there. All right, we're getting to that. So there's the camcorders. And they're vintage Super 8 cameras. Okay, so let's take a peek at the description. There's the description. Now I want you to focus on this first. Right there. Item specifics. Film format Super 8. Type Sankyo. Brand Canon. Type Sankyo. Brand Canon. Alright, let's get back to this. Bump down. This vintage Super 8 camera lot consists of 9 camcorders from the well-known brand Canon. These cameras are in great shape and come in a sleek black color. The film format for these cameras is Super 8, making them a rare find for collectors and enthusiasts alike. A rare find. Moving on. Whether you're looking to add to your collection or simply want to try your hand at using a vintage camera, this lot is a perfect choice. Each camera is untested, adding to the mystery and excitement of owning them. They're untested, so that adds to the mystery, well, or the frustration of owning them. Let's move on. Plus, with free shipping included, it's never been easier to bring these timeless pieces into your home. Don't miss out on this opportunity to own a piece of history. That's the only part of this listing that's right. They are a piece of history. They are a piece of history. Moving on. They're extremely rare because Super 8 cameras, as we know, we'll get to the format in a minute, are extremely rare. By the way, I just did a very quick search on eBay for Super 8. And it busted me out 3,800 plus current listings. Almost 4,000 current listings when you type in Super 8. I mean, but it is rare. It's rare. Moving on. All right. There's the excellent condition cameras, close up. So basically what we have, these camcorders, there's 3 Kodak Brownies. Those are 8mm. There's a Revere 8. Well, actually there's 2 Revere 8s. Those are 8mm. There's a Bell & Howell Zoom Reflex. That's an 8mm. There's a Petrie 8. Petrie 8. That's an 8mm. And then there's a Sankyo Super LXL 255 macro. Like Mike said, the only Super 8 camera in that listing. Not one Canon, even though the description says they're all made by Canon. One Super 8 of the 9, even though the listing says they're Super 8. I'm just sort of poking fun. I don't know the seller. I don't know the seller. Come on, people. A little research goes a long way. A little research goes a long way. That's never going to sell. I think they dropped the price down to $150. Honestly, if you wanted a little lot of cameras to tinker with, they were $100 and he has them listed, or she has them currently listed for $200 US. But like I say, I think that went down to $150. So that's too high. I mean, $5 to $10 a camera. Those are very low-end 8mm cameras. Anyway, that was just a bit of eBay fun, because I like to have eBay fun. Ooh, I feel privileged just to see those mystery rare gems. Yeah, if you guys see me, I'm not feeling really great today. I got like, I don't know if it's because of everything we ate over the last few days, but, you know, ow. I'll be fine, but I find those camcorders all day long at the flea market. Yeah, those camcorders. That line? AI or Diddy. Oh, God. Travis. Pieces of history could be anything. I could scoop out the remains of Taco Bell meal. Oh, that's nice. And sell it claiming it tells a story. And to tell a story, it would. Revere cartridge, yep. According to Phil Vigent, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He's the Pro 8mm guy. Super 8 book, he estimates there are 6 million Super 8 cameras out there. Yet they're rare. Now, I will concede, or is that the right, that there are some rare Super 8 cameras. None of which he has listed are rare, and only one is actually a Super 8 camera. I would get an Aircom Pro 600, but sadly the magazines are kind of rare. But the Gordon Yoder mod uses Bell & Howell Filmo mags. And I'd also have to get NR 20-foot in for trim. Doesn't Entity, am I wrong in assuming that the old Mitchell mags do not work with the 600? I thought they did, but again, I could be wrong. I thought they would work just the same as they do with the CP16, but again, it's been a long time since I've had that camera. A story of regret and despair. Woo! Excuse me, that's well-known canon. Get it right. Every Taco Bell is definitely going to have a story. Whew. Piece of beep, not a piece of history. I would buy the Petrie only because of its name. I think Jeffrey, this side towards the screen, don't you have a Petrie 8mm? I thought you sent me a picture of one a while back. Hey, Dave Knopp is here. Hey, buddy. Some of these listings, it's important to see if they deal with cameras or is this just an estate flip. Right. And I did that, and this is just an estate flip. So we're giving them a pass, but I figured it'd be kind of fun to just take a peek at it anyway, but you're absolutely right. Always look at their other listings. If it's full of cameras, then you know they're full of history. I asked resellers if they could put AA batteries to check untested cameras, and 9 out of 10 said they don't know how. They always say that. Always. Hope you're feeling well. Yeah, you know, every now and then I just eat something wrong and I get a little pain after Christmas. I hardly ate anything for 2 days. Speaking of horror sci-fi number. That's coming. Maybe 2025 is our year for our horror sci-fi Super 8 Fest. 8/Super 8 Film Festival. Every trip to Taco Bell leads to a story of regret and despair. Pick me up you picked up the Minolta D12. That's kind of rare, at least not easy to find. That's a beautiful camera too, by the way. I like the big handle on the bottom. Fair if you can't remember the story. The Elmo 8 TL4 is an unfortunately rare camera. That's the one you got that didn't work, right? Full of baloney. Hey, Alrog is here. Hello. Oh, hey, guys. Ook, ook. Always fun to talk about movie cameras. Yes, it is. It is so much fun. We have some more fun things we're going to talk about in just a minute. I find a lot of timeless history in found disposable cameras. I know. I have a bunch of those I need to process. Petri cameras or Petri dishes of Taco Bell. Is Taco Bell going to be a thing here now? Sadly, for the wrong reasons. We just got one of those new taco places. What's the Del Taco? But I haven't tried it. Mr. Sprink's here. I saw some dog history. Stop it, you guys. We get your history. Hey, Bent is here. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Radio says, sorry, mover streamer guy, who also says ook ook. Oh. Aloha, Mitch. How are you, buddy? So I see Dave Knopp in the chat. Guess what Dave Knopp sent me? So for those that don't know, Filmboy24 derives its number from 33 watching and only 10 thumbs up? Did you guys not get this from Piper? Did you not see what she said? I know you subscribed, but she probably meant to say thumb up. Oh, if only she was here right now. Del Taco is to Taco Bell what Kmart is. So they're very similar, right? Okay. I used to work at Kmart. Let's talk about VHS cameras before the batteries run out. Oh, too late. Battery's dead. Never mind. Remember those VHS batteries? They look like 4 Hershey bars stacked on top of each other. I think I hit the Wait, I hit like buttons and have you? No, I have not. I probably could hit my own like button. I do that most of the time. Heavy suckers. So Dave Knopp is here. The origin of Filmboy, the 24 and Filmboy24, I've talked about it before. It's simple. I have always been a fan of Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon drove the number 24 DuPont and then later Exalta car in the NASCAR Winston Cup and then Sprint Cup and Nextel Cup and all the cups, series. The top tier. But I've met Jeff a couple of times. Very nice young man. And I've just always been a fan. 24 frames per second is what a lot of people think. And it makes sense because I always shoot 24p. But it was always the car number 24. And what does Dave Knopp do? He sends this to my P.O. box. And it even says Filmboy24 on the deck lid. Check that out. Or Filmboy. But what is it, you ask? Well, it's a 35mm camera. Look at this. Whoop. Huh? One of those fun little, like, promotional little cameras. It's got the little release down here, the little button that you push so you can wind your film back up. There's the little film winder right there. The little counter. It's just, it's the coolest little thing. 1998 JG Motorsports. JG, obviously, Jeff Gordon Motorsports. Thank you, Dave Knopp. I will be giving it a test drive. You guys get it? You get it? Do you get it? Soon. Very soon. Thank you, Dave. I really appreciate it, buddy. That'll go on my shelf somewhere. Thank you, Christian. Happy 2025, my friend. Thank you for popping in. 24 film boys per second. 24 days in December until Christmas. That's it. I met Jeff Gordon when I worked for DuPont on meetings when I lived in Delaware. Yeah, that's awesome. He's a cool guy. I met him when he was married to his first wife, Brooke. For those that don't know, I was a police officer for almost 11 years in Daytona Beach, Florida. Daytona is the mecca of NASCAR. We have the Daytona International Speedway. So I had the good fortune to sort of kind of go wherever I wanted, especially during speed weeks. In the speedway, wherever. We were pretty much granted access to everything. Really wasn't a lot people were going to say. So I did get, but I actually met him a couple of times outside of there. He was once with his wife, then wife Brooke, and just really down to earth people. He has a couple extra dollars than I do, a couple more dollars, but you know. Entity says the Aerocom Pro 600 mags are a bit different from the Mitchell mags. Oh, they are. The way they lock. Okay. And yes, I've always been into film even when I worked there. Somebody asked last week, but I used to be a crime scene photographer. And I took all the pictures on a Nikon, I don't remember the model, but a Nikon 35mm camera. And we had our own lab. Not at the department, but we contracted our own lab that we would drop the film off to, a private little lab, and they would process our crime scene photos, maybe make copies. I don't know if they were really that into it, but some of them were. But we used Polaroids, we used 8mm video cameras, and we used 35mm cameras for crime scenes. You didn't see that coming, yeah. One of the owners of DuPont murderer. I thought there was something with that. Radios. It's bringing back some weird memory. Ben said, I made an insane Frankenstein monster of a film scanner. Sent you a picture via mail. Oh, okay. Is that what? Did you send me that before, right? You're all in the picture on the background screen. I forgot to write smile. Did you just send it? Okay. Are you okay if I show it? Let me see if I got it here. Oh, oh, look at that. Let me turn up the volume here. screen brightness. Wow, that's wicked. What is that, for 35 millimeter, Ben? That looks pretty cool. Oh, there I am in the background. All right, here's this we just got from Ben. Look at that. Look at that setup. So he's got his little DSLR with a wicked looking lens setup. Maybe an extension tube or two, pointing at his holder and light source. What is that? Oh, it's on a rail system too, right? You hold it. Ingenuitive. Only problem is if you display it, the lens will get cracked in the dust. Only problem is that if you display it, the lens will get caked in dust. Oh, I know, because it's on top. Maybe I'll display it like this, right? Maybe we can do this with it. Look at that. Now it's there for all to see. Got your chair.
It's not going in our yard, Russ.
Not going in our yard. Going in our living room. So, only problem, okay, yeah, you're right. Happy New Year, True Film. However, if you do a quick search, you'll see why I want the CM72 camera rather than... I will check that out. I would love to get another Auricon. I really would be fascinated by optical audio. I just think it's the coolest way to record audio. 24 months until 2027. Woot, woot. Bike week too. Yeah, I did a lot of bike weeks. Test drive. What a car wreck of a joke. You're steering us in the wrong direction. Woo! I want a motorcycle and a YouTube to pay for it. And YouTube to pay for it. I had a motorcycle. I had a little Honda. I loved it. I had it for about 6-7 years. There was a nice Honda, what do you call it? American Classic Edition 750. Wasn't very fast. Wasn't big. It was like a Honda, hit me with it. Honda, I can't remember. I don't remember the model name. Mononapo. Hello, distinguished gentlemen. What's your opinion about the T-Scan DIY scanner? I would love to shoot more 8mm film, but I don't have the budget to buy. I've seen that. Isn't that based on the Raspberry Pi, possibly? I think any scanner that scans 8mm film is a good scanner, because it's better than not scanning at all. And thank you for coming in. Gotta go love. Oh, bye, Lori. I'm sure you're gone already. Bye. Love you. Mitch says, so a Frankenscanner. Woo! All right. I'm going to call you Gorilla because I think I'm pronouncing Alirog wrong. Have you ever collected Super 8mm, infrared, regular 8mm, movies, or IR? Is that infrared? No, that's not infrared. Super 8, like from Castle Films. I used to have a big collection from back in the day. I only have a few left. I have a few. I probably have, just a few like you, like 8 or 10, 12, something like that. But they were really cool. They were condensed. I did have the full Night of the Living Dead on Super 8 at one point. It was 4 reels, and I ended up selling it. I bought it from a friend of mine that used to own a camera shop in the 90s, and I used to hang out in there all the time, and he had it in there for sale. I didn't have any money, so we wanted $100 for it. So every time I'd go in and help him develop and do stuff, I would just give him a little more money, and until I gave it all, he gave me the film, and I enjoyed it, and then I ended up selling it, which I wish I didn't. Gorilla says, I used to do crime scene and fire scene photos with a Nikon FG and an F3. That was really fun. I loved doing crime scene work until we ended up getting a new commander who was a nice guy, but he made us take this big truck to no matter what the crime scene was, we had to take everything, and it was a pain, even if it was just something little or basic. I had a car with the bag and everything, if we could do what, anyway. It was a lot of fun. But I really wanted to get more into film stuff, and I saved up enough money working as an officer. I started my own company, and the rest is history. Yikes, hope there weren't too... there was a lot of freaky ones, radios, a lot of them. Are any shops able to provide projectable Super 8 results as opposed to just expensive scans? I would think so. I would think there are little shops that project. I mean, I don't know. Did you know my English pal Adrian, who ran the Shell gas station in Daytona, had a cute, now ex-wife? I did not know. I wonder what Shell gas station it was. I know Daytona quite well. Yes, show it. Oh, I guess I should have got your response first. Sorry. They weren't too bloody or gruesome. No, I have it queued up though, Russell. I did not. I wanted to wait till you were here. It's a scanner for 16 and double 8. I slaughtered an old 8mm film for it. You just gave it its name. There's a Facebook group with a lot of interesting homemade film. Yeah, I saw that. I need to join that. They're usually modified projectors running at 1 frame per second. I don't know you could take those frames and make a video file. There used to be a scanner. I don't remember what it was called. It was kind of like the Wolverine, but it looked like a projector. But it was about $500 or $600 US, and it saved them as JPEG files, I believe. And I thought it got some play, but I can't remember what it was called. Maybe you guys could. Reflecta. It was the Reflecta. Look it up. That's right. It did Super 8, I think, only. Maybe Super 8 and 8, but it did Super 8 for sure. I don't know anything about it, but it was slow, like the Wolverine. I think you mean any scanner that can scan film is a good scanner as long as it doesn't damage the film. Thank you for the correction. No, you're pronouncing it right. So it is Alirog. Okay, good. Manny's here. Hey, buddy. Thank you for joining. Happy holidays to you, my friend. Thanks for the film. Oh, you're welcome. I have 5 more packages that have to go out. I've got almost everything shipped out that I need to. I have a bunch of films that I have to send back to a guy I shot, or I processed 29 rolls of film for his feature film. But I have to send those back to him now that his film is completely done. I have all of the Tri-X films. I'm looking at them. They're already boxed and they're in their padded envelopes. Those are going back. And I have a film that we're going to see a little bit later. A few minutes. And it's this one. Boom! There's one person in the chat that knows what this is specifically. We all know it's Sonic 25. But you don't know what's on it. We're going to see that. It's going to be interesting. And that's the other thing I got to send back. I got to send this back to our friend in the chat. That is film, yes. Super Cine is here. Hey, buddy. Let's see. I had the original Star Wars on Super 8. Also, Superman, The Omen, Close Encounters, 4 reels of that. That would have been awesome. All of those I'd love to have. Talking of cut down Super 8, I have a copy of the 3-strip Cinerama film, How the War Was Won. It works quite well considering. That sounds really cool. Oh, How the West Was Won. Yeah, okay. I got you. Good guess, boy. Film? Mike. Great. Russell, I wish I had Jaws, but I also had Alien. I had a bunch. I had Psycho, the 17-minute version, the 400-foot reel. Don't have that anymore either. Yee. It is 16mm, Bonnie. Happy H Day. Barry's here. Barry, did you just get here or were you here earlier? I can't remember. So this is Barry's film, everyone. Barry sent this to me 3 or 4 weeks ago. I just got really busy. I know, I love that. It was the 17-minute version, but they did a really good job cutting it down. So Barry shot this. Barry, what was the camera you used? What camera was this? I can't remember. This is that Sonic 25. This is orthochromatic film. Been here. Oh, you have. Okay. Of course. You're always one of the first. Barry shot this in a camera that I can't remember what it was, 24 frames per second. It's about 2.5 minutes long. We're going to see it in a few minutes. Oh, it's an H16. Okay, good. The camera does need a bit of service, admittedly, Barry told me, because it kind of went up and down, the motor. So there is some overexposure. There's a tad bit of underexposure. And it's really contrasty. But if you're not familiar with this film, well, you're going to be in a second. I want to show you something. If you're not familiar with this film, it's this. It's Sonic 25, sold by the Film Photography Project for about 30 bucks as of this taping. Taping. What is this, Saturday Night Live from the 90s? As of this recording, was 30 bucks for a 100-foot roll. I've shot this, by the way. I did a video on this a few years back. I really like that film. And if you shoot it right, Barry actually did a really good job with it. But if you shoot it right, it can be a really fun film. I processed it in HC110B. I probably should have did HC110H, which is diluted a lot more. But I chose not to. No, it's not bad at all, Ali Rock. Not at all. So, I think, you know, HC110 is already a very contrasty developer. Low fog, which is good. But I did it for 5.5 minutes. FPP recommends 11 minutes at dilution H, which is, I think, 62:1. But I used 31:1. So there's that. So I cut it in half. But before we do that, at Filmboy24 2025, we need to have a projection room and theater set up between the meets and greets and the merch shop. You get on that, Jeffrey, because that would be so much fun. I used to go to those analog shows, you know, where they'd be in a hotel, like ballroom, and there'd be vendors everywhere, and it was fun. Bought tripods and cameras and films. I miss those days. So our good buddy Russell, you guys see him there in the chat? Russell Cleave. He's a British chap, right? Am I wrong in saying that? You are a British chap, no? Yeah, I'm not good at that. So Russell has an EBM. We talked about this last week, but he decided he was too good for us and didn't want to pop in, so he didn't show his face. Either that, or he had something way more important to do, which could just be brushing his teeth, because that's typically way more important than a stranger on the internet. So Russell was gifted, you heard me right, a Bolex EBM. That's the electric something or something. It's a really nice. Lyle's here, yes. You were at the pub and the Christmas carols. That's right, way more important. I did that and my meter just, wow, beat red. So it didn't run. If you don't know, Russell is an instructor. He teaches film. And he got this EBM and it didn't run. So what's he do? He does what any of us filmophobes, filmites, filmophilites, whatever you want to call us, I don't know, would do. And he tried his best to get it running. So he ended up adapting some really cool, the V-block, right? And that the V-lock, the system, just snap the back. I got to show you guys what he did. The video is 15 seconds long. Russell, if I'm getting a lot of this wrong, you let me know. I got an electric toothbrush. I do too, and it's great. I use mine about every 2 weeks, and it works great. Let's see. So, okay. So, when I was like 12-year-old, I painted a 4x8 sheet of plywood white and projected my Super 8s. Oh, see, that's the way to do it. Filmophiles. It almost sounds like you could be charged with something, right? But I like that. Filmophile. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Let's lighten the mood.
Most enduring traditions of the season are best enjoyed in the warm embrace of kith and kin. The tree is a symbol of the spirit of the Griswold family Christmas.
Yes. All right, so here's what Russell did. He has this EBM that didn't run. Check this out. This is really cool. Let me cue it up. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Okay, okay, okay. Somebody turn off the lights. There it is. Whoa, let's start it. There it is. Look at that EBM. Purring like a kitten. Purring like a kitten. Look at that setup. Bloop. Very impressive. That is such a pretty camera. Hopefully you get some film in that thing, Russell, and let's see some results. That's what I want to see. Now you got it going. You got it purring. Hey, Pete's here. Hey, buddy. Better late than never. Hi, chaps and chapsesses. Bonnie. Katie's not here, so I think there's... Oh, I don't know. I don't know everybody by... I know them by screen name. I don't know how many females are in here. I know Bonnie's in here. Katie, I don't see Katie. I know that's a female. So there is Chappuses. Pete, good to see you. No, I think it's... Okay, Alarog is saying it's filmophile or maybe cinephile. That's all encompassing. I like that. Popcorn time. It is cool, yeah. Gotta love the ingenuity. Yeah, very well done. Very well done, Russell. It is sexy. Mike has recently been ousted as a filmophile after touching a camera that... Oh, you see my balding? Oh, wow. You're on to me. Pretty cool. I've never seen an electric motor Bolex. Yeah, it was really awesome. Looks great. Eric's here. I'm here. Been quiet so far. Speak up, Eric. I'll get the electric motor for the IMO if I can find an affordable cable for the 400-foot mag. Maybe we can make one. I don't know. Sprocket nuts. Nice. We got to come up with a good moniker for us analogians. Right? New Englanders. Floridians. Analogians. I avoided one because I didn't want to deal with capacitors. Hey, Doug, how are you? You're just lurking? That's okay. You know what? You're my people, because I attend a couple live streams, and I'm a lurker. I usually don't speak much. Maybe because I talk so much here. I don't know. But thank you for popping in. I really appreciate it. Oh, let's see. I have 2 motors and the 400-foot dry belts for a couple of Filmo 70HRs. Hoping it isn't analogophile. Might work on him. Jeffrey says, Russell, so excited by your vid, but more interested in the brand of aftershave on your shelf in the background. IMO's a little more tricky when it comes to parts. Doesn't improve very well unless it's modded. That IMO does really well, though. I know, wasn't that cool? Was that Sugar Mill? The old Sugar Mill, Travis? I think some of it was. Maybe. Or was that Ponce de Leon? Ooh, Jeffrey, real enthusiasts. Nice. Tobin's photo and video and oh, I might. Anyway, I have a bit of sad news I'm going to share with you. I don't see Jeffrey I don't see Jeffrey Overby in the chat. Jeffrey is with, I keep forgetting, Pixology. I do not see Jeffrey from Pixology Digital Solutions in the chat. And that is he's in the Gainesville, Virginia area. You guys know Jeffrey. He pops in every now and then. I keep forgetting his screen name. But I don't see him. Jeffrey, if you're here, pop in. I'll miss a couple chats. Hang on. I saw Filmboy24 made a cameo. Oh, yeah, I've been in a couple of his. It's been super foggy here for the most holidays. I was thinking waiting until it was clearer. The trick is getting work to get, oh, the V-Lock mount that has an option to voltage out from 14 to 12. See, that's cool because he converted it down to 12 volts, right? Because that's what it takes. Omaha, Nebraska. All right, so here's what happened. You guys know this thing. I love it. Love it. It's kind of been my go-to lately. It's a bit of sad news. Get your tissues. This is my 3D printed, thank you to Jeffrey, 3D printed 100-foot spiral for not only 16 millimeter and 35 millimeter film, but Super 8 film too, which the other 100-foot Lomo-esque reels will not do. This one's been 3D printed to mimic the UPB-1A, which is the one I always use, the 50-footer. I talked about this many times, and I love it. But here's the downfall of it, and I think I've mentioned it to Jeffrey as well. There's a weak point. This thing is really heavy, which is a good thing. It's a good thing because these have a tendency to want to sort of bowl. When they get hot, they kind of bend and reshape and everything. But this is really thick and heavy, which is good. But with that, you need to have a center post that's super strong. Because if you do not, you get this. And I did this, Barry. When I was loading your film. So, thanks. It's your fault. I just over-tightened it a little bit, and it just snapped right off. So, I think ideally, here's the good thing. I did use this for Barry's film. And if you just popped in, this is Barry's film. And I did use the G-Now. Luckily, I don't have it right here, the UPB-1A center post, this was molded after it, also works with this. And it's that Bakelite. It's a lot sturdier than these. So, if you're a machinist, these should be machined out of metal for this tank. They really should. I think if this was machined out of metal, I could probably get by with just using a, machining a screw of some sort. Because I don't use this, I use this in the dark room. So I don't need it to be light proof. And this isn't anyway, because I don't have a tank for it. But anyway, that happened, so it rendered it useless with this this center post. I used my UPB-1A center post and it worked fine. So we got through it. That's why the skulls are over. That's exactly why. Blame it on the 3D printed G-Now tank, which I absolutely love. And I've been wanting to do a video on this tank, but I gotta work out the kinks first. You're not. It was a less exciting festive room spray. I bet any machine shop could do it for $50. Well, I might take one down there because I broke another one too. I broke one for my UPB-1A. And if they're going to do one, I might have them do 3 or 4. Because I have three UPB-1A tanks, 2 100-foot Lomo type tanks, and then one now, the G-Now. And I only have one center post that works for all 4 of those. Depending on what that spindle is printed with, there are stronger materials and methods. Unless you use stainless, metal could be reactive. I wondered about that. How reactive, I wonder, Mark, would aluminum be? I'm relatively well versed in aluminum. I had a machine-esque shop for 17 years when I was manufacturing camera jibs. I mean, I had basic tools. I had the Bridgeport and the lathe, little stuff. But, and I worked, 90% of what I used was aluminum and stainless steel and all the hardware, but do the developer have an effect on 3D printed materials? It hasn't yet. It has not had any effect at all on this tank. And I've used ECN2 chemicals and black and white in this so far. Would that be stronger then, Jeffrey, you think? Nylon? I would think, right? Yeah. Anyway, I got to figure something out because I need this reel. I love this reel. Spiral. I mean, let's be real. Yeah, carbon fiber would be great. I don't know how that would react to the chemicals. I think the developer would be fine. Gold or titanium. But Fixer is pretty rough. Oh, Limelight, what is it with you two? You guys get a room. Ay, ay, ay. Is this your version of Ventura? Where's that moderator I needed? We are going to watch. Get your popcorn. Get your real talk. Nice. Real. R-E-E. Get your popcorn. You are goofing off. I love it. Carbon fiber is a great idea. I just wondered if like a stainless steel, which is very difficult to machine, or aluminum might work. Like 6064, like really good, like aircraft aluminum. Popcorn ready. Hi, hey, there's Jim from Greece. 69 eyes wide shut. Interesting movie. I wonder what the Lomo spirals are made from. I don't know. The funny thing is, the two that I have, the big ones, the big reels, I have one sitting right here. This is just like a. Oh, I think they're poured. I think they call that. What do you call that? When you pour plastic. But I just have my foam in there to keep them separated. But this part on the bottom reel spiral is different from my little top cap here. This is a hard plastic. This is a soft plastic, and it's bendable. See that? I don't like that. Because if I don't put this styrofoam in here and I store this for a month or two, it kind of makes a bowl shape and then the film doesn't load. I have another one of these and the bottom spiral is completely different. Completely. And it's very sturdy. It's kind of made out of this and it doesn't flex, but I kind of messed that one up, so I don't use that one until I get it fixed. So I don't know. They're injection molded, I think. Pyrene plastic? I'm not sure. I don't know much about that. Eyes wide shut. It's pouring plastic. Yeah, pouring plastic. Yeah, I think it's that injection molded stuff. Because if you look close at that top cap, inside the clear, you can sometimes see a bubble. Classic Filmboy live stream. Say we're going to watch something. Start the live stream, but wait 1 hour. You know, Bonnie, I can always count on you. Always. All right, let's watch it. You guys ready? This is Barry's film, shot with a Bolex H16 Sonic 25. It's orthochromatic, so it's not sensitive to red light. If you use this and you develop it yourself, you can use a little safe light in your dark room so you can see what you're doing. It's not panchromatic, it's orthochromatic, so it's not sensitive. So it won't work like under, you don't want to shoot it on your tungsten lighting and stuff. You want it in daylight because that's blue light. Blue light. Whoa, 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 where are we at? Frankenscanner scanned its first strip of film. Yay, just in time for the movie. All right. If you want quality for that thing, ask German. We'll probably over-engineer, but in the end, the spindle will be able to program your VCR. So it's alive! I love it. German engineering is, yeah, great. All right, so let's cue this up. Sonic 25. And this was, as far as I know, Barry, right? This was your. That's not it. Oh, there it is. Halloween, my favorite holiday. Halloween. It's all. Have you ever watched the new stuff? No, I have not, Bonnie. Matthew, you're late. You're late, but just in time. We're showing Barry Stylage, who's here in the chat. We're showing his Sonic 25 16mm single perf shot in a Bolex H16. Popcorn ready. Popcorn ready. Lights. Yeah, there's not much grain in this. This is a really slow speed film. Travis. Yeah, this is a tough one to shoot. Very tough to shoot, Travis. And by the way, hi Craig. I think I saw your post. Did I miss you? My buddy Craig is on here somewhere. I thought I saw Craig. Craig Booth. High noon on my sundial. Hey, how are you, buddy? This is ISO 25, Jeffrey. Very well done, Barry. I got to tell you, it came out a lot better than I thought it would. It really did. A lot better. According to Barry, he sent me a little note. He said it was overcast, sunny, overcast. It was kind of one of those weird days that we get here in Florida. But yes, this is a very, very fun film, and it's inexpensive. And he seemed to always have it in stock. Film speed is 25, Jim. He filmed it at 24 frames per second as well. Tim Burton's lazy. I know, the new Beetlejuice. Jack-o'-magic lantern. So it is, Mitch. I know, to see modern things on, especially not even just film, but old film. You're right. I know. Yeah. Highlights get blown out pretty easily on that film. It is tough to meter. Glow on the film. It's very contrasting. Disney skeleton strip. I know. Like the Haunted Mansion ride music. This film? Wow, this is. I know. I did a video, and I filmed over at my sister's house. I cut to at least maybe 3 years ago. I posted a video. Look it up. Just go to my channel and type in Sonic25, and you'll see I posted the footage. And this is back when I think I was, I don't even know what I scanned it on. Had to have been my 2K scanner. But came out nice. I mean, it's a fun, like I say, it's a fun film. Yeah, it looks good, right, Manny? Main problem was the spring in the motor caused it to vary. Yeah, so basically what happens is when your motor doesn't run at a consistent speed. So Barry is metering based on based on your filming speed. So he's metering based on 24 frames per second, and you have to allow for the shutter speed is going to be different, right? Because your frames per second is different. So when your motor slows down to 20 frames or speeds up to 26 frames, that's going to greatly alter, especially when you manually expose everything, it's going to greatly alter the over and under exposure of your finished product. And that's what happened. Shot in March 2023 at my old house, and plus I now have 2 extra years of knowledge added. Did you process that, Radios? See how mine turns out. Jim says, Mike, orthochromatic is one more Greek word. It means right color band. Oh, right color band. Because it recognizes and it's sensitive to all of the colors, right? I'm sorry, all of the color. It's sensitive to blue, essentially, not to red. Does look like on an Aeroflex. I don't remember what I shot mine with. Mine was a Bolex too. Never mind. I do remember. I processed mine in D96, which at the time was the right, probably what I maybe could have used this time. I didn't have any, but it's very similar to the FPP 110 or HC 110. By the way, last week was not the longest live stream that we've had. The longest was about 10 to 15 minutes longer. Thank you, Statistician Bunny. I should organize them in length. Length of, they're all in the, there is 69 live streams in this playlist now. So when you're really bored and there's nothing to watch on TV and the news is over, you shouldn't be watching the news anyway. Just turn on the old playlist and watch hours and hours. Well, 69, probably like 75 hours of rambling you could enjoy now. Allyrog says, that's one of my dream cameras. What's that? The Aeroflex? I haven't processed jack diddly squat yet. I love my Aeroflex. It's kind of buried up there. Let me see if I can. It's a great camera. I don't want to drop it. That would make for a very interesting stream. Whoa, it hit my light. Okay. There's mine. I've used this quite a bit, but I love this camera. That's my 16S T, which is a 16S. Yes. Oh man, you're gonna make me get out on my chair and do a dance. Yeah. I love this camera. I really should probably send it in. Oh, Lyle, you gotta go. Okay, buddy. Thank you for popping in. I want to tell you guys what an amazing thing Mike has given us, and I'm grateful to spend this year with you. Happy New Year to all. Shoot film, live broke. Yes! Yes! We all live broke because we shoot film. Lyle, thank you so much for all your support. Hopefully we'll see you on the first live stream of 2025. What's not to love about an Airy? I know, I love these things. I want a BL, to be honest. I really want, I mean, I'd like to have more, the 416, or some of them are just out of reach. But I love this. I love my S. Yeah, this was sent to me. I didn't have a matte box. And this was sent to me by a viewer. I feel so bad that I can't remember his name. Extremely generous guy that sent that to me. He just, for nothing, didn't even make me pay for shipping. But This one, they're typically not crystal sync. They're very loud. However, mine is. I have this. They're heavy too. I have this Jensen motor on the back I put on right here, and that is a crystal control 24 frames per second motor. And believe me when I tell you, it is dead on, because I've shot crystal sync. I've synced up audio and it synced up perfectly. Get it, Bonnie. So if you're going to do, sound work with this, they're very loud. You'll have to get some kind of a cover for it, a blimp, or really, I don't know, crazy long lens. Heard what is that? Camp Snap might be attempting a digital Super 8 camera for kids. It was on their Instagram. Camp Snap? What is that? Have you ever done a drama movie or a narrative? So, Allyrog, I have. Not a feature. I've done a lot of narrative work in short films on digital over the last almost 20 years. A lot of them are on YouTube. The last one I did was in 2018. It starred Javo Scott, Cheryl Carbonell, who is still a good friend of mine, and Rob. You might recognize him. What is his name? God, I feel so bad. Nice guy, yeah. The movie is Riviera. Hold on. Riviera, 2018. Pretty sure that's when we did it. But I shot the movie. God, I feel like an idiot. How am I not finding it? Come on. It is... There, okay. Came out 2019. Yes. Robert Lasardo. He's been in a ton of, like, hundreds of movies. I don't know if you saw the... Hey, Doug's still here lurking. Robert was in the... he's tattooed. He always plays a tough guy. He was in The Mule with Clint Eastwood. He was the guy when Clint Eastwood pulls into the tire shop that comes up to the truck every time. But anyway, he was a good guy, and he stars in the last movie I shot, which was in 2018, called Riviera. So look it up. It's on YouTube, I believe. All right, guys, we're gonna have to start. Yeah, I know. Hour and 15 minutes. For me, at the rate I'm going. What do yours come with? Mine came with 200T, 500T, the beta stock, and a T-shirt. Wait, what did you get, Jim? Ordered one of those mystery boxes. Oh wait, mystery box? I'm missing a lot of chat. Sorry, guys. Where did you get a mystery box? The Aeroflex SR2 we have at work is amazing. I'd love to have an SR2. They're quiet. I'd take an SR, SR2, SR3. I'd love one. They're quiet. Clerks was shot on an SR. I know. Everybody uses that example. Loud because they're proud. Assorted stickers and whatnot. Don't feel bad. I can't have my stuff either. Can't find my stuff either. Yeah. Anyone getting the new Kodak Super 8? So somebody in just not far from me, in Ormond. I live in Port Orange, but in Ormond, he has a YouTube channel as well. But he bought one. He's a photo lab, an analog photo lab, and they sell film and all kinds of stuff. They're brick and mortar, but he bought one. I'd love to go introduce myself and see if I can just analog file it. What do you call it? Filmophile it. Touch the camera when I'm not supposed to. Okay, guys, gotta go. Stay fresh. Thank you, Mitch, for coming in. I appreciate it. Happy 2025. Oh, on IMDb. It is on IMDb. Yeah. Boxes Pro. I have a newer credit this year, 2024, but he put it under a new. He just used Mike Long and created a new one, so it's not on my actual IMDb. But oh, from Pro 8mm, $300. Coffee and a camera stream, but found no film. I want a refund. No found film. No found film. I know. I can't really show it always because I have a found film series, but it's fun to sneak peek it. Because honestly, my actual videos get more views than my live streams, which is fine. I know people can't always come to a live stream. So it's fun to sneak peek stuff at the live stream. You could dub it later, absolutely. Ooh, $225. That's not bad. $5,000 on anything in Aeroflex 16mm. I know, I got a great deal on this. Came with all three lenses. That's those. I'm not going to even pronounce them because I don't know how. Krauschnick or something. Schneider Krauschnick. Came with three lenses, a 10, a 25, I believe, or 10, 16, and 50. Beautiful lenses. Did not come with this motor, but I already had it. It came with a box lot of old magazines I bought for like $40, and I got a sync motor in it years ago. But I paid like $1,900 for the camera, and it's perfect condition, not a scratch on it. Krusnak. Yeah, it has the 16. I'm pretty sure it's a 10, a 16, and a 50, I believe. I don't have the 25. I believe. Yeah, this is the 10. This is the 16. Yeah, and the 50. So, great lenses. I want to shoot an episode in here. A whole episode with this, 400 feet, and send it off. But I got to mask that camera noise. I'm not going to try to pronounce the names, then try to... Will you stop? You guys are great. I really do. I really think you guys are great. It is a great Prusse. I can make a little fun of you guys, too, since you've been knocking me. Woo! I love messing. I have the thickest skin of anyone you'll ever meet. We'll like it. Yeah, I know. The noise is no big deal. Well, I'll wear the little clip-on mic, too. Month of January is going to be organized for the future. Since it's winter, can't do much. Photo or filming. Have a few boxes of 35mm film in the fridge. Organization. I started organizing the films that I have developed that since I've been keeping track on my computer, which is about 300 of them, and I got up to about 80 of them. The first 80, and I had to stop. I was losing it. Great hanging out today, y'all. Happy New Year. All right, guys, we are hour and 20 minutes in. We got to cut it. We have to cut it. I'm sorry. Compared to my $200. I know. So I want to say thank you to everybody. I hope your 2024 was okay. I had a good one. I know not everybody did. For the most part, we had a pretty good 2024. And here's the 2025. Live stream number 70 in 2025. We will get to live stream 100 in 2025. I believe it. You got to believe in something, man. So we will see everybody next year. I'm going to be way more consistent. I'm thinking about 2 days a week that I'm going to release regular videos or long form videos plus a live stream. I got to get more focused. Ow. I got a book I'm working on. That'll be fun. So until then, guys, I will see everybody. Happy 2025. I hope to see each and every one of you next year in 1 week. Unless something crazy happens. We'll see you next Sunday. Love you guys. You're my family.